after a while, you're gonna start having some little pieces like this that I want you to start using up on your project. You don't want to wait till the last minute and find out, oh shoot, I got all this extra stuff, and you just wasted all that material. Okay, so first, take all your finished pieces and line them up as though you were going to push them in. So I want the widest lip on this outside. Okay, so that wide lip's out here, this wide lip's out here. Now I want to look at these. Now this piece here I can't use for anything because I've already cut it at both ends. So this is a throwaway, or I can save it for scraps or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to take that one out of the mix. Now I'm going to look at these. This has a finished right-hand end on it, so I can put that over here on the left. This one here has a finished right-hand end on it, okay? So both of these are going to have to start over here. I don't have any scrap yet for that right-hand side, okay? So I've already ran a 3/4 piece. Now, do I want to use another 3/4 piece here? No, I don't, right? I don't want to use a 3/4 piece here. I want to use a smaller piece. I had a 4-foot piece, then a 3/4 piece, and then I'll either do a half or a third piece. Now see this little piece here? Could I use that instead? You know, I could use that, but it's a little short. It should be about right here. Now I could put that there, but what's happened is there's a line on this last piece right here. That's not a joint, but it's just a line where two pieces of wood were pushed together on the 4-foot plank. And if I put this piece in here and line it up, this line here, I'm going to have one line there, and then I'll have another line there that's about a 1/4 inch over. So now I'm going to have 3 pieces with a line straight across. I try to do no more than 2 pieces. So if I got that seam right there, I don't think I'm going to use this piece just yet, okay? I'm going to take another full length piece. I'm going to cut it right in here somewhere, so I got a joint there, okay? Then 3 more rows down, maybe I can use this one down here. Does that make sense? I mean, you could put it here, and probably nobody will say anything, you know, but I'm just trying to put this floor together like a professional would, and I don't think they would do that if they didn't have to, okay? You got enough other lines in here, and if you got it more sporadic in here, the better overall look you're going to achieve when you get done, okay? So for right now, I know these 2 pieces I'm going to keep in mind. I've got to utilize those here. So I'm going to cut another one about to here. Then I'll do a 4-foot length. Then I can use this one for a 3/4 or a 2/3 piece on the following row. And if it's too close to the end of a 4-foot piece, I'll end up cutting this back a little bit. You know, maybe I can cut this much off it to make this a 3/4 inch piece, 3/4 long piece. And then, you know, I only wasted 6 inches of this overall piece. Does that make sense? Okay, so do that on your job, because when you get done, I don't want you to have too many of these extra pieces left over. That's a waste of money. I'm trying to save you money. Here's something else too. I had a 2/3 piece in here, so I've got to cut this one a 1/3 long. And sometimes you may not be able to see, okay, is this the joint here? Where's the joint? Because they fit so tight, sometimes you may forget which row you started from and which next row. So when you look on the edge, just look at this lip here, and you'll see a little line where the 2 have pushed together. You'll see that, or you can feel that, and you can say, oh, there's the seam right there. So always look for that, and you'll know where your last row is. Because you don't want to start going and cutting some others and then and forget that this is where your row is, and your next piece you're gonna cut a row right here, right there, when it should have been back here. Okay? So always be aware of that. I'm gonna make this piece 18 inches long. I've got the lip facing out. That's going up there. So I know I have to measure from this end. This is my finished end, 18 inches. Make sure I'm on the right edge there, the finished edge, 18. Measure on the lip, flip that up, mark it. use your square. Mark that, and away you go. Same as before. So I made this one longer now so that this edge doesn't line up too close to that edge. And then I measured, because this room's not that long, 11 feet long or so, and made sure that my 4-foot piece didn't fit right up against the wall. Okay, I've got that in the seam. It's just tilted up by itself. And I'm going to measure this end here. I can't do much about this end anymore, can I? My concentration is right here. I got a 1/2 inch. I'm going to slide that over. And it's easy to slide it over because this isn't in yet, right? So I slide that over. Just a hair more. And look at that, I got 3/8. I measure this side now. And I got a little less than 3/8 and a little more than 3/8, so I know I can slide this to the wall just a hair. Because if this is 5/16, that's going to be fine. That's a little over 5/16, and I'm right at 3/8. Okay, so now I can snap that in, and voila, it's down. These small little pieces are nice. Just kind of push it on down. If you have to use your paddle, you can do that. Okay. Now I can take my little hinges, my wedges, and push those in snug. Not too hard. You try to cram them in really super hard. Yeah, these smaller pieces, you could slide that a little bit. Once you get that firmly in there, you can check it again if you want. 3/8, a little over 5/16, I'm fine. Okay? Now, you're off to the races. Full length pieces. What are we going to do here? I'm going to put this end in first. Nope. Take that out. Put this full length one in. Make sure it's in there. Make sure it's not so tight that you're going to have a hard time getting that in there. Okay, so I kind of look at that and make the determination. I got that pushed in. Now I can turn around this way and hold that down like that and tap this right in the middle. Over here. Over here. Make sure this is pushed down on the lip, not the finished lip, the other lip. You don't want to get that off and hit that by accident, okay? Look at this and see, this one looks like it's not in all the way yet, so I'm going to push down on it and tap on it. And usually that gives just enough to get that up underneath there and lip in, okay? Now I've got that where it needs to be. Set this in here and make sure it's locked into place. Put this in here, put your cardboard in there, and tap on this. Double check and make sure this is pushed in, because if it's not pushed in at that groove, you may have to kind of hold that down. Because see, I felt it and it was hitting just a little bit, because if I keep hitting on there, I could mess up this finished edge, okay? So if you have to, like I can put my left foot on there like that, keep pressure on it, and tap this in. And look at that, it's in. I've got to tap it just a little bit more. Once I get it in there, I don't have to hold it now, because it's in, see? And look at that, everything looks fine. I'm going to double check that. Beautiful. Okay, ready for the next full-length piece. What I like to do too is this metal bar, I like to try to keep it off of the finished product, okay? You start being sloppy and dropping this and stuff, you're going to put some scratches in this flooring before you even get to use it. So just this metal bar, just try to keep that over off of this side and you'll do good. I'm ready for some more planking. So before you just start ripping this out, just take your sheetrock knife and gently score the plastic around the edge. Make sure it's right in between that last groove in the cardboard. Okay? You don't want to not be aware of what you're doing, because You may think you're okay and you start cutting this and you put a gouge right over the finish. That's the last thing you want to do. Okay? Now you can just take these out of here 5 or 6 at a time, like that, and then get to the bottom ones out of the box. Ready to rock and roll. Let's do another full-length piece. Get my stuff all positioned properly, and put that next piece in here. Same way as before. Now, am I going to show you how to put every single piece in? No. But you're starting to get the hang of it, aren't you? Got that right where I want it. Now, sometimes you can snap these in if you put your feet like that and kind of lift up on your toes. Sometimes it snaps in, but this one didn't want to do it. So when it's not snapped in at all, I like to hit the middle end first. And I'll go off to the side because I put my hand here. You don't want to hit there and miss and hit your knuckle or something. Hey, if you want your cell phone to ring, just start playing a video and your phone will ring. That's just how it seems to work. Okay, I'm going to tap this in on the edges now because it still needs to be snapped in. Okay? Double check it. Looks good. You know what to do next, don't you? You put this in over here like that. Snap that in. That over there. Put your cardboard in there like that. We'll look at that edge. Kind of hold that together. Tap it in. Looks like it's going good. A few more taps. A few more taps. One more. All right. Looks nice. Ready to measure my last piece. Here's something else you can do. Got this piece cut. If you decide to put this edge in first and then sneak this in and tap it over, before you do that, just check it for length. Put it in like that and hold it right in there. I mean, you can even kind of push it down. It shouldn't snap, and if it does, you can pull it out. Okay? Now you can just double check that, and I got 3/8, and I'm good. Okay, and I've got that tight. Okay, so now I can pull that out and put this long side in first, if I want. This time. Got that snapped in, I can put that there. Put my cardboard in there, hold it. Make sure that's pushed down and tap it over. There it is. You see how I did that? Try that. Well, my floor is starting to take shape. Now, I'm going to keep doing this for a while, and I'll get back to you and show you a few more things on this floor. Keep her going.